Yes. So being that you're recording, so Lucas goes and says, "Hey, are you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been. I was waiting on you, you whore." Direct quote. And then he says, "Hey, I said I was going to be ready at 4. When I'm ready, when I say I'm ready at 4, that means I'm ready, you stooge."
I
And I
love the
say,
tone you're giving me. It was much more playful. It was more like, hey, when I'm ready at 4, it's 4, you stooge. And you're sitting over here. When it's
and
ready
I'm
at
like,
4, it's 4. Okay, we'll go with this version.
"Hey everyone, and welcome to Why Are You Still Here?"
The
And
show.
today is,
Oh, I
yeah,
forgot you're giving that up.
the show. Well, I'm not necessarily giving it up. The show that we talk about whatever we want, but um,
Yes.
it's a special feature, so it's not
Doesn't
really
even
we're talking
matter.
about
It's
whatever we
for
want.
us.
Really, it's specific. Um, but yeah, Lucas, why are we still here? Hmm. Hmm.
It's our monthly pickup video, and I have the best story ever to share. So we're gonna pick another fan film and we'll insert the title above. Um,
No,
no, we're
I
just
I
going
stay true to
15.
my word on that.
Okay.
It was going to be just for that one time.
All right.
I don't have the time to keep finding short
Digging
films.
through like forums from 2005, looking at 140p shitty short films of Michael Myers. Anyway,
Indeed.
so
So we are currently at a point where we are halfway to Halloween, apparently. So this sets up what Lucas is gonna talk about what happened last Saturday. Um, and yeah, so a store near us, Lucas's favorite
my favorite
store.
store ever. When I walk in, they're like, "Oh my god, he's back again. You gonna buy the same shit you bought last time?"
Yeah, that's what they say. And
Usually
I
they
mean,
say, "I like the shirt," because I'm always wearing a shirt I got from them.
indeed, indeed. And speaking of t-shirts, I'm wearing this in celebration of Lucas's
Accomplishment,
Saturday event.
my
Yeah,
achievement.
accomplishment, your achievement, a trophy, if you will. So yeah, it's a Halloween store. I'm just
I mean, it's my favorite store ever. It's open all year round.
yeah,
They
that's a
have
good way to explain it.
I mean, obviously it's a costume store, like, and that's like the center of the store, but the perimeter is like all of like the really gnarly masks, wall to wall. They got all the collectibles and stuff, anything that Trick or Treat Studios and Fun World and what have you. They always typically get all the new stuff. So anyway, this
Indeed,
store
and
had an
being that it
event
is halfway to Halloween, yes, they had an event.
called Halfway
So,
to Halloween, aptly named. It is their second one, so their second annual. Now it's technically annual. But they had a massive guest star. And if you're from like the Midwest area, anybody who's a fan of horror on Facebook knows that James Jude Courtney was at this event to do autograph signings. And I have known about Halfway to Halloween, obviously, because I go there all the time. And about 2, 3 months ago, Brandon, would you say? She told me,
hmm
she goes, are you coming to Halfway to Halloween? I'm like, oh hell yeah, I already took the day off work. Like I'm gonna be there all day. Um, and she goes, yeah, we got a special guest. You're gonna love it. I can't tell you who it is, but it's amazing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I told Brandon about it, and we're like, Brandon says, I can't take credit, but it's hilarious. He says it's gonna be Tony Moran. And
Boogeyman!
we
You nail
get
the window
James
shut! I'll
Jude
get the gun!
fucking Courtney.
Yeah.
So he was there at like it was like 11 to 3. Apparently he stayed after 3 for quite a bit, hung around
Oh,
and
really?
signed more autographs. Yeah. So true to you saying that he's a nice guy. What a cool
Yeah.
dude. So I got
Yes.
there a little bit before 9 o'clock, and I was like, I shit you not, Brandon. The line was down past the store and into the alleyway. So I was in the alleyway and I got there well ahead of time. a lot of people from around me were, 2 to 3 hours away. For us, it's in our backyard. You know what I mean? So it's pretty special. It's awesome,
Hmm.
and it's my favorite store. So it was just amazing. So I get there. There are a lot of smelly, crusty bastards at these conventions, at these meetups. And if you can smell people like really badly from outside, that's a problem. I digress. So I went there solo, as I do a lot of things. Tend to be a lone wolf these days, and I just made friends with the people around me as best I could. Weren't actually pretty cool people. Weren't too many weirdos there. So we get in there, and then we get into the main room, and it's actually going to be Screamer's third room. So you know how they have the prop shop, and then they have like the middle part. They're getting a third room now. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm excited. So
Mm.
anyway,
Okay.
that's the room where the Michael Myers, where the Myers house was set up in. So maybe that's going to
Okay.
be left up all year.
I
It's
was
painted. It's
wondering.
painted by the same guy that did all the stuff on the outside. So I'm assuming it's going to stay up all year. And then
Oh
like the
yeah, I hope
door,
so.
and then the door to the Myers house is the exit door to get to the back. So it's really cool. And then seeing James like
I
go in and out
figured.
of it, James or Jim,
Yeah.
as I call him
He's a
now.
smoker, so
Ah, I see. Okay,
yeah.
so anyway, we're in the line. I get up there,
Mhm.
it's my turn. And I'm a little nervous. I never met a celebrity before, but I kept my cool, right? And I bring the trilogy with me, 4K. That's all we do. And I lay out the movies in front of him. And I said, it's awesome to meet you. I love your contribution to the franchise. You're like my favorite Michael Myers. This is great. Would you please pick your favorite movie? I think that because I was gonna have him, sign 2018 because that's my favorite, but I want him to pick one. I think that'd be really cool.
Mhm.
Because I was even gonna text you and say which one should I get, but it's mine. So why am I asking you? Um,
I would have said 2018, but the way you went about it is good.
so I laid them out all three. I gave the spiel. I said like they're all, pick one, pick your favorite one, and he gives me the interview public relations answer of they're all one big movie. And then I said
The
to
movie
him,
gets real shitty. Uh, a third into it.
okay, I see where you're going with this. I understand. Through gritted teeth almost. And then I said, well, which one did you have the most fun filming? And he goes, they're all too much fun to film. And I'm like, there wasn't one specific standout scene that like is going to be a memory that you're going to hold on to when you think 20 years from now, like this legacy you've created, And like I said it just like that, really. And he goes, you know what? I fucking love Jamie Lee. I loved working with her. She was so cool, man. That end sequence took course over a couple days, bro. I was fucking wrecked at the end. They fucking put me through the ringer. So you know what? And he puts his massive bear paw right on Halloween ends and then slides it over. He goes, "That's what I'm signing for you, man. Do you want it, out to you, or want me to put the shape on there, whatever?" And I said, "I want it, to me, to Lucas." And he fucking smacked it in the center so hard that the discs popped out. Like when I went to go, like put it away later. And this is the best part of the story. Because I've been telling everybody this. This is where I potentially pissed off Michael fucking Myers. I've never had an autograph signing before. So here it is, by the way, before I forget to show it off with that magnificent signature. And honestly, I'm kind of glad he picked this one because it is the coolest slipcover of all of them. Anyway, so he signs it. I didn't know this is a paint marker. And my stupid
Hmm.
ass, you can see some of the remnant right there of where I smudged my name.
Yeah, a
And
little
he
bit.
and then I said, "Holy shit!" I didn't know that was paint. I was so fucking embarrassed in front of Michael Myers. Okay, and then I'm like, I offered to pay for another one because I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking do that to him. That's fucked up. And he just goes, "You know what, man? It's totally fine." And then he grabs a t-shirt from like behind him or whatever, gets a little bottle of rubbing alcohol. You can actually see it in the photo that I have. I'll be putting up photos obviously as I'm talking here. And he just puts it on a t-shirt, rubs it off, redoes it, and then his like publicist guy, whatever, just says, "You're never gonna wear that shirt again." So Michael Myers, if you're wondering, he wears apartment number 9, modest celebrity from Kohl's, uh, wasted a t-shirt on me to fix up my fuck up. I was like, it was such an amazing moment, right? I could have cried, dude. And then this is the best part. He says, all right, now let it dry this time, because if you fuck it up again, then I'm actually gonna have to fuck you up because I'm Michael fucking Myers. And then the other guy,
I don't think he
goes,
said that
okay,
exactly like
he didn't say
that.
as many fucks, but he was swearing quite a bit like throughout our whole interaction, even before I made him angry. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he was like that with you. But he was definitely saying
I
shit
don't
and
think
fuck
so.
a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck shit, pussy ass, motherfucking damn bitch, bitch, damn motherfucking ass, pussy shit, fuck.
And maybe he thought I was cool enough to banter with. Anyway, I digress. So the other guy just says, "Do you want a selfie?" I'm like, "Oh hell yeah!" And then he goes, "You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna have to choke you." And then he did the choke. I'll put the picture. I'm being choked by fucking Michael Myers. Look how big his hands are. Look at my neck. And he's strong too, because like I could feel it on my. I was smiling so cheese face like this, I could feel the pressure on my Adam's apple like 5 minutes afterwards. Wow, wow. I didn't mean for that to be so long, but it was such a religious experience.
Doesn't matter. Um, the rubbing alcohol thing is something they'll do with like the like glossy photos if they mess them up. And
Mm.
I'm delighted that it worked on that. I'm surprised,
I didn't think
but
it was. I think it would have.
delighted.
I thought it was going to take the paint off the slip
I thought it
cover and
was,
come.
yeah, I thought so too. But
Anyway,
maybe
guys,
they've
that's my
dealt with
story.
that before. Yeah, those paint markers are a bitch. Like I mentioned, I've never had an issue with them. But you know, Anthony, if
Yes,
Anthony's
he told
watching,
me.
he's not, but my friend Anthony, yeah, he always has massive issue. He pissed off Malcolm McDowell because of the same thing you did.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the man, the myth, the legend, James Jude Courtney,
God, it was so fucking
he's
cool.
amazing. I met him in 2019, so H18 was the only thing out at the time. I mean, I talked to him for probably 10 minutes straight.
That's
No,
awesome.
nobody was in line. It was Motor City Nightmares, and he was out in the hallway, and I was the only one talking to him at that moment. So I just asked him question after question after question, and so I found out like how they shot the scene where he gets hit by the car. Like Hawkins and Dr. Sartain hit
Yeah.
him with the SUV, and the whole the fire at the end, getting left in the basement in the fire. No CGI, by the way. He got very detailed about how difficult that was to shoot, actually, because you have to hold your breath for the entire scene. They put gel on your body, and he did it. There's one scene in H18 he didn't do, and that was falling down the stairs.
Mm.
When they like kick him down the stairs and then trap him in the basement, that was actually Aaron Armstrong that played young Michael in Kills. So
Okay.
same guy. Um, and he's like, yeah, the young guys can do the stair falls. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, it was all him with the fire, and he said it was ridiculously hot. And he had to be a professional and hold his breath. And he said when you get to the point where you can't hold your breath anymore, you can kind of go, like little breaths like that. Otherwise, you breathe too hard, that fire's just gonna go right up and kill you. So it was cool though. It was cool. I was like, one more question. Just one more question. And he was like, oh, okay. Uh, and then there was like a panel later in the day as well, where it was just him talking about Halloween, and how he got the role and all that kind of stuff. And I asked him, I asked him more questions.
Oh, of course you did. He probably hated you.
Probably. But
So we
yes,
both pissed off Michael
I
Myers in
love
some
him.
capacity.
Yes, this is correct. This
And
is
shout out to
correct.
Rachel, who was never going to watch this, and I don't even know why I would shout her out, but she also stopped Michael Myers on his way to take a piss and pissed him off. So all three of us have pissed off Michael Myers.
Correct, correct. But yes, this is the first of many to come. And
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so cool. Now we got to get Daniel Radcliffe. That's my bucket list. Holy fuck, I would die.
I mean, I haven't met him, but I do have his signature
I
times
want to
two,
meet him.
so
Like signature, cool, I get
um
that, but I want to meet the guy.
by the way, if he said, you want me to put the shape on there and you're like, no, 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 he would have put it under James Jude Courtney, just so you know.
Oh, that sucks. Oh well, next time.
Um, anyway, and what was it? There was something I was gonna say. And before we officially move on, the whole reason that I was so skeptical about who it was gonna be at this store is because I mean, what was it, the last halfway to Halloween? Where they're
Hmm.
like, Michael Myers is gonna be here, and it was just a
And it's
guy
just
in a
cosplay.
costume walking
Oh yeah,
around.
the Ghostface mask, the Ghostface cosplayer looked like he sharpied. And it wasn't EU, thank God, though. It wasn't an ultra white. I'll give them that. Uh, it looked like a bootleg EU that they sharpied, and it was a 25th costume with the 25th mask or chrome or what mask, knife, whatever, the spirit one. And lo and fucking behold, I look at him and what do I see? Danglies. I'll put up the Leatherface, who must have been every bit of 6'8". He was fucking huge. We'll put him up there too. This guy painted a picture of Michael Myers, not really that great, but it was like huge, and he had a massive signature across it. Got a picture of that too, is cool. There was some fat guy dressed as Michael driving around the Florida Edge, just playing the Halloween theme nonstop, and it wasn't it wasn't funny. There was two Ghostbusters.
Of
um,
course,
uh, there
people
was a
use
really
any
any excuse to
opportunity
dress
to
up.
as a Ghostbuster, yes.
I mean, honestly, if I wasn't in line to meet Michael Myers himself, I probably would have dressed up and ran around and did something stupid. Now, granted, I'd have to wear high heels. I don't think I'm very threatening either way, but you know, it
I
is
mean,
what it
it's a
is.
little more threatening in high heels because it's scary. You're like, I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Exactly. Is he gonna take a stiletto to the eyeball? What is this?
Yes,
Anyway,
yes,
I only have one more
yes.
thing to show off, guys. It was something that I picked up at the event, so I'll show that off after Brandon shows off some of his things.
Indeed, indeed. So, yes, I'm gonna start off with two items here that technically should have been on the last show.
Mm,
Um,
bad Brandon. Well, I mean, it's
yes,
not his fault,
indeed.
so for once.
Let's keep this one still in the Halloween. So I don't know if anybody remembers that's watching this, if they watched that other episode. I think it was our last special features. Um, so Jamie Lee Curtis was doing a signing
Oh,
through her
yes. Yes,
charity
yes, yes.
website. And basically, it was like a steal of a price, and she was willing to write anything that you wanted on it within reason. She was going to personalize it, all this stuff that usually costs extra money if you have a private signing, right? It was wonderful. And Jamie Lee Curtis has been on my bucket list since, I don't know, probably since I was like 12 years old or so. I wanted her autograph, maybe even before that. But then certainly once I started collecting autographs, which was, 13, 14 years old, then I was like, definitely had to get it, right? But I thought, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I've collected a lot of my autographs through the mail, and I've sent to her house before, and that didn't work out. I've sent to, sets of TV shows that she worked on, like Scream Queens. That didn't work out. I sent to the set of Halloween Kills. That didn't work out.
I
Tried
mean,
to
he
get
was
Kyle
basically one
Richards
letter
that way
away
too.
from a restraining order.
If I got a restraining order from anybody, it was going to be Robert Downey Jr. That that I sent like 12 times to, probably. And Christian Bale. Christian Bale was one that I tried probably like 6 or 7 times, and I was finally successful eventually. But a lot of the time they're not seeing this stuff, it's just not given to them, or it's lost or whatever. Like when I got Courtney Cox's autograph, she was nice enough to sign my photo, but provide another one because she spilled coffee. on one of my photos that I
That's
sent her.
amazing.
So stuff like that tends to happen, but whatever. So the only problem is I was like, I have to do this, but I didn't have the money for it. And then it was the whole thing. Like, again, we've talked about this before. It was like, well, I have these two ghost face masks that I've been meaning to sell anyway. And it's like, I guess I'll get rid of them. And then it was like, you know what? Somebody, perhaps that I know, perhaps
Who
would
could that
enjoy
be?
these. And so I gave Lucas the opportunity. And it benefited me and him. It benefited me in the fact that I was going to get the money immediately and be able to jump on this. And it benefited him by getting, two
Two really
masks
good
for,
pieces at a
yeah,
raving lunatic discount.
yes.
I mean, he didn't
And
give them to me, but I
no,
definitely
I didn't
definitely
know.
underpaid for what they are, especially the RDS.
Yeah, for sure. So it was a discount price. It was the friend discount. But yeah, I don't know. It helped. It helped me out. It helped him out. It was good. I'm not sure who fared better in the situation, but maybe
I
it's
mean,
equal.
I
Anyway,
I I do wish I would have jumped on it because I'm pretty sure I had the extra. What was it, 150 that you needed? How much was it?
so I think it was 150 for the actual signature, and that's all I really needed. But I was like, you could buy this one or this one, and you're like, I'll be buying both, and I was like, okay. So,
Yeah, I wish I would have gotten at least one of them. It'd be really cool to put next to that.
oh, I misunderstood. Yes, for the signature it was 150. Yes,
Okay.
I was like, never mind. I have no idea. I was thinking that you were talking about some weird fantasy world where you didn't buy the masks and you regretted it because they sold and whatever.
Oh,
Never mind.
yeah, that's not what I meant,
But
but
yes, it was 150 and like I don't know, $10 for shipping or something. And usually when you sign up for a private signing, like to give you insight into how this can go, like 6 years ago, I signed up for and paid for a private signing with Ryan Reynolds that has still not happened to this day. Again, 6 years ago. And within the last like 6 months, that's how long I waited. Within the last 6 months, I got my money back because I was like, it's never gonna happen. And then Bill Skarsgård, I paid for during, so 2020. Bleep out that word. I did it during 2020. And yeah, so and I'm still waiting on that, but that's because of schedules change and whatnot. But my whole point is this came within like a month of me paying for it, which is crazy. Crazy fast, much quicker than I ever thought. And it arrived one day after our last special
stop
feature.
talking.
So
Show it.
here it is
Very good.
in all its glory. Um,
Very, very good. I love her handwriting.
yes,
Very
indeed.
spooky
It's
looking.
like this
Like
up
the Happy
here.
Hall. No, the Happy Halloween. It looks spooky.
Yeah,
I like the way it's
yeah.
written. Very nice.
Yeah, it's definitely is rushed handwriting. She was
How many do you
obviously
think she
signing a
has to
whole bunch
do?
of them. Oh man, I she did
That
another
was a that
order
was a
of them.
rhetorical question, Brandon. I didn't need an answer from you.
I mean, I am gonna answer it.
Oh Christ.
She put another order up after this one, right? For more people. And again, none of this money's even going to her. It's all going to the Children's Hospital. The Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. I had a
That one.
stroke for a second. So and that's exactly what she did in 2013 as well, when she went to uh Whorehound Week in Cincinnati. And it's the one and only convention she's ever done, and it was very reasonably priced, and it all went to the Children's Hospital. So pretty amazing, pretty amazing. But if I were to guess,
20,000.
Yeah. Oh no, I wouldn't say that high. I don't think she would have allowed that many to come in, despite her love for the children's hospital. I would say probably, I don't know. She obviously did it in shifts because the guy that told me about it got his a couple weeks before I got mine. So he got his like right away. 5,000, probably 5 to 10,000. She probably signed. So it got to a point where she was probably just like, so
Yes.
still it's amazing though. And she personalized it. Like, how awesome is that? There was some guy that actually got one. Then he got the wording in because there was a cap on the amount that you could put in of characters, and he had her write on it, "Evil doesn't die; it just changes shape." And I'm like, that's amazing. And she probably hated that guy because that's so much
Probably.
writing to do. But then it occurred to me, I'm like, he didn't get it personalized though, did he? And it turned out he did not. And I'm like, you know what? It's worth more to me to be personalized. So
Very
that's
good.
all. And this one is just gonna blow your freaking mind. Because you're not even half expecting what this is. And I saw it after we finished filming last time, and I was like, oh my God. I have to let Lucas know. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna wait a month because it's that important. So you know how I was getting PS3 games, right? I figured that there was one more that I had not mentioned to you that I had to get. Um, okay, that's enough filled up. It is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
You know I have the on PS3 as well, right? That's the one I don't have on Xbox, and I have it on Wii.
Very good.
I
Very
love it.
good.
We're
Yeah, I
blood
wasn't sure
brothers
what you
now.
had
Get
it
it?
on.
We're blood brothers.
Sure. So yeah, I had to obtain this because it was the last Harry Potter game that I was gonna buy that I hadn't purchased yet.
Yeah, and he's not gonna play
And
Deathly Hollows.
no, no, no. No interest whatsoever. And I was like, and I did watch a review. A guy reviewed it. It's somebody you probably have watched before. I can't remember. I watched so many of them. And he did a review on it, and he was like, it's actually pretty good. Like, it has things about it that are better
It's just more linear
than,
than the other game, but it's the same castle. It's just you can't
well,
access certain areas at the same time.
exactly. He said there's things about Order of the Phoenix that are better than Half-Blood Prince, and there's some things about Half-Blood Prince that are done better than Order of the Phoenix. He's like, so really
Yeah, they're
you
like
want to
brother
play
sister
both of
games.
them. And so I was like, I'm sold. And it took a little while to finally find one that was a decent price.
Yeah, they're like
Honestly,
35 bucks.
everything has gone up for some reason. So other things have gone up because of manufacturing issues. These things are not being manufactured. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway,
Indeed.
I have 3 more items.
Okay, guys, this is the shortest special features on my front because usually, I'm the one with a million things, stimulate the economy. But true to my word in the last special features, I only got 2 things this time. I really needed to tone it down. um, and I had planned on buying this like a few weeks ago. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna get at Screamers. I know their supply. I know what they have. When they get something new, I know right away. Like, so being there when it's like the Black Friday of Halloween was really bizarre to see that many people in there and seeing shit fly
Mm,
off the shelves essentially.
yeah.
I mean, things were going so fast that I missed out on like the 10 Trick or Treat Studios plush Chucky dolls that they had for 200 bucks. I'm like, I'm gonna get it. And at least
Oh,
here,
yeah. Okay.
and at least here, I can look at like 10 of them. And even if I need to, they'll pull some out the back. Like they're accommodating when I want to look at things like that. Um, there was not one. They were all gone. And I want Chucky. I want Chucky. So I got a Chucky. I did get
I
one.
want Chucky.
I got the Mezco 15-inch
Mm,
Bride of Chucky. And I looked at 3 of them, and this
mm-hmm.
one had the best eyes. Like that is right out of like picture that you would take for like the side of the box. It's gorgeous. I love him.
Very
He's so
nice.
cute. I turned the
Very
speaker off though
nice.
because it's really easy to press it, and get him to
Yeah.
talk. But here we'll cycle through his phrases just
I'm
because
pretty
we
sure
have
the
him.
eyes are just manufactured and they all should look exactly the same, but whatever.
The placement was a little off on some of them. This one
Oh,
was
okay,
was the
okay.
one I wanted.
I see.
So these are taken right from the movie. Like it's not even they weren't even re-recorded.
Of course.
But dying is such a bitch. And that's
I
the
don't know
last
what that
one.
one said.
I don't have a problem with killing. That or the
Oh,
laugh.
okay.
You didn't understand the laugh?
It cut out
Oh.
like 3 times. You'll see. You'll see.
Anyway, guys, this is what I got. And I love the little Mezco design, where they're kind of like a little bigger belly, like a little bit of a bigger head. And it totally works for Chucky because he's a doll. So and it stands up like really good. I think I could probably even balance him on my hand. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Just like the 44th, solid as Barack.
Very impressive.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised I pulled that off.
Very impressive.
Anyway, so
At
there he
first
is.
I thought
I really like him.
it might have been the pizza face Chucky when you first started pulling it out because they have one roughly that
Yeah,
same
they
size.
have the pizza face. They have a Child's Play 2, like standard good guy look, and then they have a Child's Play 2 one that came out last year. He's got the bloody nose and the little pocket knife wrapped around his hand, and I've never seen that before. Screamers didn't even have it.
Yes, where it's his hand is cut off.
Yeah,
And it's
It's from
shoved
Child's Play
into
2.
his hand and with the duct tape. Yes. Yeah, that one's a cool one. I think Dumbass has one. Anyway.
So that's it for me, guys. This is Brandon showing off the rest of his stuff, and then I'm skedaddling.
Indeed, indeed.
In fact,
So
I'm just gonna leave right
this
now. Brandon's gonna conduct the rest of the video by himself. Bye, everybody.
Anyway, this is something that I just purchased recently. Obviously, it's still in plastic. And it was from a video we did that is not out yet, but it was 10 videos. I don't know why I said videos, 10 movies that are start over.
5 remakes that are better than the original.
So, yes, we had a video that was 10 remakes that were better than the original. And one of the movies on my list was the Thomas Crown Affair, a movie that Lucas apparently has never heard of, even though it's extremely popular and famous, but whatever. And I'm like, I think I have that on Blu-ray. Obviously, it's never released on Steelbook, so whatever. But I was like, I think I have that on Blu-ray in my closet. And I went and looked, and I was like, I don't. Is it available on Blu-ray? And it was. And I'm like, huh? So I purchased it.
Very
It
good.
was $10.
Like Pierce Brosnan, that sexy son of a bitch.
Look at that sexy son of a bitch.
Gotta
The
love
one thing on the back.
it. Oh, romantic. I might like it.
Yeah, there's definitely like a love story thrown in there. How do you get the man who has everything? The Thomas Crown Affair. Coming to theaters near you. It's another PS3 game. This is one that
Very
I
good.
did mention that I planned on getting. And so now I'm down to I think just 2 more that I have to get
So
altogether.
you got Layer, right? That was on your bucket list.
I don't even know what that is.
It was the game that came out. It was like, I think it was 2007, and it you control the dragon with the 6-axis controller, and it was so fucking bad that they patched it like a couple months later to have like analog stick support, and it was somehow even worse. with the 6X, and it's a like I just remember it being like on top 10 worst games of all time kind of list, and I finally bought it from Trash Depot for like a fucking penny, and it's horrible. The insert of like get your PSP for like 179.99 is like better to look at than to play the game. So
Lovely.
you got layer.
Very good. This one was a bitch and a half to find, mostly because other copies of it are cut in half or with the saw, or they are completely just way overpriced. But here we go.
Oh fuck yeah, that's awesome. Good looking copy too.
GTA 4 and episodes from Liberty City. It's the complete edition. This is what I wanted, obviously. Since it's
Because they're not doing a remaster.
the game, the official main game, and then two of the DLCs. And you're right. Apparently they're never going to do it. So even though I've owned this before, I had to reobtain it because my positivity in the past was not rewarded. It's like, why wouldn't they have? It doesn't make any sense to me. Same thing with Red Dead Redemption, but
Well, for Red Dead, I'm actually going to throw up a clip right here. If you play it in your Series X, it looks like a legitimate remaster. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've already, I think, have shown clips on the show of that
Okay.
before, and because you certainly talked about it.
Because the PS3 version, I own it on PS3. It's fucking junk.
I think that there should be a legit. It's not junk. It's what I had when I played it. That's how I played it. I mean, 720p. I think it's fine. And I mean, it's an old game too. So, Xbox sucks. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, the last item here is something that I purchased. And I've been
I really want to play Xbox right now. The more you hate it, the more it like makes me want to play it.
Yeah, I can't
like a rebellious teen.
Anyway, yeah, that makes sense. So this is a game I've been waiting for since 2013.
I like all the games.
Or 2014, I think.
How fucking rare is it that Brandon has games to show off and I don't? I love this, and
I
have
know,
like
it's
an
been
autograph.
happening.
I like this flip of the script.
Indeed, it happened last time too. You didn't have any games, and I did. I think that's all I had.
I just bought so many in the last half of 2022. Go see special features, especially the one from August with the PS5.
Yeah,
woo, as a doozy.
Indeed. So this is brand new. I've been waiting for it since 2014 because it was announced, I think, in late 2014, and it was supposed to come out in like 2015 or 2016, and it just never did, and it was delayed massively. And then another, developer came in, and I think two came in and came out in the meantime, and whatever. I haven't played it yet. I'm very excited to play it though. Resident Evil 4, me playing it for the second time on professional, is taking up my time at the moment. But it is Dead Island 2.
Very good. I like the big ass box.
As we have discussed on the show prior, Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide are two of my favorite games of all time. So
yeah, I'll check them out at some point, but I still have to check out FNAF before.
Oh, there's so much that you have to check out. That's not even the beginning. But yeah, it was
once the horror movies slow down a little bit, we need to do like horror game focus for like 2 months where you force me to play these new horror games that I haven't played.
I don't
Maybe a fun little series.
New games from 15 years ago. Anyway, so yes, very excited to play that, and it's gotten great reviews. This one guy that
is that a single player game?
Yep. I mean, it might not like the other Dead Islands. You could play them with 3 other people if you wanted to, but you don't have to.
Oh, so it's a co-op thing.
It's probably that same sort of thing,
like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Do you like Left 4 Dead?
No.
Oh, you can't play it on anything.
I was going to go
PC or an Xbox.
No,
you suck.
and just move on. Yeah, no, I don't care. I played it at a store one time, and I was like, I've had enough. Same thing with Halo. Like, I played Halo at a store, and I was like, I've had enough, and I never cared again. Anyway, Um, yeah, so I'm excited to get into that. There's been so many games coming out. Like I've had to like jump ship on some games that I plan on going back to, and it's just like this sounds like a bad complaint to have, but stop releasing games that I care about. Just
Really,
for a little bit.
there's
Like,
not a lot coming out that I give a shit about. So kind of opposite for me.
I mean, it's been some of the biggest stuff ever, some of the biggest AAA titles in forever. And for anybody that's going, fake Star Wars fan, why aren't you showing off
I'm
Jedi
not talking about
Survivor?
that.
So, no, I'm saying people might say that to me. So, saying fake Star Wars fan,
I don't
why
think
are you
anybody
not
is.
showing off Jedi Survivor? And I don't have it yet. So, I'm not a fake Star Wars fan.
Well, hopefully they
I
patch it before you get it. For like the fifth time already. That game's a
it
fucking
seems like it's the
nightmare.
PC version that's messed up.
It's all three.
According to your main man, it's the PC version. So,
They're
um,
they're all bad. My buddy played it on PC. It was so bad he returned it to Steam, got his money back, got it on console, sold it already. Said it's a
I mean,
fucking dumpster fire.
I don't care about pieces of shit. Anyway,
Then you don't
so
understand good opinions. I I digress.
I think I've made it pretty clear by now that if it's a piece of
That you're
shit
an idiot.
Xbox, I don't care. Anyway, um yeah, obviously Fallen Order is, you know, in my top 10 games of all time. So we'll see if this one falls in there as well. But yeah, and that game got good ratings as well. From the same two people that I was gonna say before that gave good ratings to Dead Island 2. Uh Penguins, aka um
Moist critical Charlie.
yes, and then this other guy that does like before you buy, like that's not his channel. He
I
like
know
works
the
for that
thumbnail that looks
company.
like this. Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but he seems like a decent guy. Like I want to hate him, but I can't because he seems nice. And he has his own channel. It's very similar to Penguins, Moist Critical. And he reviews games, and he didn't think Dead Island 2 was going to be good because he went to some event where they was it E3? I don't know. The E3
E3
didn't
doesn't
happen though,
exist
did it?
anymore.
So he went to some event where they had him play demos, and he was like, I don't think this game is going to be good, and he said it was great. Same thing with Penguins, and they both said good things about Jedi Survivor as well. So basically, stop releasing good games, and then we'll be good here, you know, and I will be less broke. But you know, still good, exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And thank God Kill the Suicide Squad was pushed to next year, because that would be another thing that I'd have to buy.
Very good.
So, yep,
All right,
because
you
nothing else is on the horizon that I'm aware of. So I could have a little while here where I can take a step back. But that's
yeah,
all.
that's it, you pack of wild hyenas. I got nothing else for you.
Indeed, indeed. And there's some a couple of videos to look out for. The one we mentioned prior, the top 10 remakes that are better than the originals. There is an Evil Dead video ranking. There is our favorite movies of 2022 and our least favorite movies of 2022. Some of those, at least one of those that I just mentioned, will be out already when this video comes out. So go check that out. But that's all. That's all. So you people out there, what have you bought in the last month?
Let us know,
You
everyone in TV land.
you got anything good out there? You meet James Jude Courtney? Let us know.
Did he waste a shirt on you? Were you choked by him? Were you smiling this hard in your photo? I don't think so.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
All
Who
right, guys.
knows? Comment
I'm
below. Let us know.
I'm getting out of here.
My neck hurts.
I'm done being held ransom by you, Brandon.
Now you're dead.
Bang. You're dead.
That was easy.
You did.
Anyway,
Oh, all right, you nasty little.
bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.